Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
All right, so we're excited about this top segment today.
This we're really excited about because we are, in fact, holiday junkies.
We are holiday junkies.
We
I
are
love that
like
name.
the perfect people for this collaboration.
So Jennifer Love Hewitt, she has this amazing line called Holiday Junkie because she is a self-proclaimed holiday junkie, as you and I are, like you just said, and she's doing a really cool collaboration with BFFs and Babes and also my sister-in-law's company, and
Which
she's been on the show
love,
before.
yes.
2021 and Co.
So exciting.
And it's a holiday collection, and Jennifer Love Hewitt has just been out there sharing about this. But Ashley and I want to bring you through if you will, want to buy any of this stuff. We just want to show you what the collaboration is all about.
Yes, because it's available on the website.
It is BFFs and Babes. We should have Chevy on BFFs and Babes. She has a great store. I've bought a ton of stuff from her before, but so they have these like
Couple
little
of hats.
So that one, what does that one say?
This one says sweater weather,
which I love,
which is so cute, and obviously the pink is
very Palm Beach,
adorable.
Right? I love it. And then this one is a mistletoe.
I like that.
But on the back, it actually says,
what does it say on the back?
Meet me under the mistletoe.
That's
so I thought this is a cute hat. So you can get these hats.
So adorable.
And then they also have these really great, cute little sweatshirts, which Ashley and I are going to show you too. So
okay, I'll do this one first.
I love these.
Oh, there's tissue paper in it. I didn't want to.
They're like professional.
Anything.
There's tissue in them.
Cute.
Look at that. That says ugly sweater.
Well, the lights are blowing it out, but it says ugly. There it is. There it is.
I love that. Really pretty pink. And then this one in line with the hat that I showed you also says, meet me under the mistletoe.
I love that.
I think is so
I think the mistletoe is so cute.
I love it. And these are also really soft sweatshirts, which help.
And they have this one in different colorways. And aren't they also doing some personalization?
Yeah, so I want to show you guys this one. So this one says, meet me under the mistletoe. Let me move this over here so you can see this right on here. And then the cool thing is here, it's getting blown out a little bit, but it says, meet me under the mistletoe. There we go. And then on the
arm is the other sleeve.
Is it the other side? It says Audrey right on it.
So cute with the lips. I love that.
And the cool thing is that she also has these really cool mama sweatshirts, dog mom sweatshirts, and she had I've had my kids' names on the sleeves. So
I love
BFF and Babes is so
cute.
cool.
I love the personalization on it.
It's a great little touch.
So cute.
But
and so
the best part about this collaboration is that with every purchase you're going to get for free in the package one of these 2021 Co. Holiday Junkie inspired greeting cards. This one says, meet me under the mistletoe.
This is another one of the ugly sweater weather.
We have just divided it up that way. And then also, too, they have some really cute stickers.
And then I like the keychain that says, meet me under the mistletoe.
I love that one, too. That's so cool. See, look at that. Just like a really fun collaboration.
And then, of course, we have to mention Jennifer's book.
Yes. Right over here. And everything, just go online and check these out. This is really like her story and really why, Holiday Junkie was so important to her and really why the holidays, and she brings in her mom and why her mother really just meant so much to her, bringing that magic alive for, her family. So if you're a holiday junkie, definitely check out this amazing collaboration.
I love this collaboration.
Look at how cool this is. I love these.
These are so cute. These are so cute. I'll be wearing this all season.
Very cool. So we are excited to share these. And I think too, like we were saying, if you are in the, if you're in the spirit right now, I know that we love to wear stuff that
you've been doing such a good job of being festive already, which I'm not quite you've been plaid.
I've been doing red plaid. Yeah, my plaid, my tartan. I've been taking a lot of it out.
I didn't make that jump quite yet, but I think that it's supposed to be pretty cold this week.
Is it?
And that's gonna ignite me into
that's gonna push you to do it.
Being ready for it. See? I feel like you just need one cold day,
and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, you're good to go. But actually, I just love this collaboration.
I get excited about this stuff.
Well, I think it's awesome how passionate Jennifer Love Hewitt is. About this, and she's said before on her social media how much she loves doing these things with 2021 Co. And now you add in this other brand that's just fantastic. I love to see women working together and supporting each other and just being creative together. I think that there's nothing better than like having a creative partner in crime.
Absolutely. And I will say, just like on a personal note, because my sister-in-law is a co-owner of this company, like she said, like the stage that Jennifer Love Hewitt, by talking about these small businesses that are all owned by women, like putting a spotlight on them, this is like coverage, and they're meeting people that they never would have been able to reach. So I do love, you are right, that Jennifer Love Hewitt does really connect with these women-owned businesses. So check it out.
Really fun brand.
Cool collaboration.
Yes, love it. Love it, love it. The fun is just getting started today on Spotlight New England. We have a very, very great guest coming up next. Stick around.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Spotlight New England. Our next guest is a fixture on the road show. You know her, you love her. We have Alexia. Bring me through it again. Digiglio-Mancini. Because
are you Italian by any chance?
Yes, the way that Alexia always says it too, with her hands.
With this, you got to do it like this. You know, I just met Martha Stewart.
Tell me everything. I want to talk about this.
Yeah, she asked me, "Are you Italian?" She's like, "Are you Italian?"
Is that what she said?
She did say it like that. I bet.
Yeah.
That was a good impression.
Unbelievable.
And where did you meet her?
Foxwoods.
Okay, what was that? Like a meet and greet?
I went to a private dinner that she curated. It was incredible.
Oh my gosh.
And I got to meet her. I got her new book, which was her 100th cookbook.
Amazing.
That was really amazing.
So are they all new recipes in it, or are they like, all like old favorites?
I'm not exactly sure, but we got to taste a sampling of, some of the recipes.
And she's going to have a restaurant at Foxwoods.
Yes.
That's right.
Opening, I think, in the springtime. So she has a lot going on at Foxwoods.
Wow.
So we could basically just consider her a New Englander.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she is a New Englander. She lives in Connecticut.
Where was she from? Connecticut?
And then like the Hamptons, though, too.
Okay.
She's actually designing the Christmas display at Foxwoods. It's her collection.
That's right. I remember that. Now, listen, like we've had you on the road show. We've had your food, which is outstanding.
Thank you.
But like, bring us back to Alexia's from You Had Me at Kitchen. Bring us back to the beginning, because I don't know if I've ever known your story at the beginning.
How did it all start for you?
How you got into all of this?
You grew up kind of cooking, yes?
Yes, I did, but I was originally in the music industry.
Yes, I love
it.
I love this story.
Okay. I don't know if I
Do you know this story? This is a good story.
Yeah, so, ever since I was a little kid, I loved to perform. I loved to sing, dance, magic shows, anything. And when I was really young, I entered my first talent show at Lincoln Mall.
Oh my God, Lincoln Mall.
That's
the talent shows, and I was just hooked. I just loved it, and I actually did Michael Jackson impersonation.
No way.
Yeah, yes, I did, and my mother bought me the entire Billie Jean outfit.
Yeah,
that suit with the pink shirt and the shoes, the glove. It was great, and I was writing. I used to love. I was a lyricist, so I loved to write my own songs, and I would get like someone else's beat and write my own lyrics and melody. Then I hooked up with some local producers. When I was like 14, I worked at my cousin's doughboy shop, and he had live music. So he's like, "Go on the mic." So I rapped.
You were like, "I sure will."
I made a couple of doughboys, some ice cream, then I rapped.
Oh my God!
And a local guy, Bobby Brajol. Do you know Terry?
Well, I don't personally, but I am familiar with Bobby Brajol.
Amazing songs. He actually discovered me, and he brought me into the studio for the first time, and I sang background on one of his songs called Bikinis Tortellinis. He had
God.
Everyone's Italian at Christmas Eve. Great guy. And he brought me into the studio for my first experience. Then I hooked up with some local producers, and we, were writing and everything. And I started my own record label with the help of my Daryl Loops and David Prout, and that was unheard of back in the the 90s.
Yeah.
And my original album was a cassette tape and a vinyl. That's how long ago it was. And I released my own song, It's All About You. And I ended up doing a grassroots effort, trying to get it on every radio station in the whole United States. And Joe Lembo, who's here at WPRI, he gave me my first break and put it on Hot One. Well, it was Kicks 106.
Kicks 106. Yeah.
And from there, I got a record deal. It was pretty amazing. I performed with everybody from Notorious B.I.G. to Lionel Richie.
No way!
Yeah,
I might not know this.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Isn't that a great story?
That's amazing.
It's a great story. But what happened was, the record company folded and I was shelved. It was like one of those true Hollywood stories.
Yeah.
So for 3 years, I was stuck in my contract. Couldn't get out of it.
Wow.
Couldn't do anything. It was pretty sad. And then when I got out of my contract, I went back to work at my mother's travel agency. I ended up marrying Rob, having 2 beautiful sons. Wouldn't change anything for the world. And you know, but I still always had the fire and the passion to perform, to entertain. You know, being in the travel. My mother owns Any Place Travel. I worked there for years. Being in the industry, I got to travel, experience different cultures and cuisines, and you know, growing up Italian American, we were always surrounded by food, family, fun. That was just how I grew up. It was normal. So, you know, I traded in the microphone for a spatula, and
That's
here
awesome.
I am. You know,
And I'm glad you did, to be honest.
Thank you so much.
That is amazing. I didn't know that whole musical background with you.
Yes.
That is unbelievable. You've had like 2 different lives.
Yeah, and you know, it's 2 different lives, but all connected.
Yes.
Because it's still, you know, doing what I love. I have, you know, I love to entertain. I have a passion for people. I have a passion for music, for food. So it's all kind of like come full circle. And you know, when my friend Jenny, she asked me, you know, I bought her house and I saw her kitchen because she had just remodeled it. And she's like, well, don't you want to see the rest of the house? This was 15 years ago. I said, you had me at kitchen.
Oh, is that where the
because
name
Jerry
came from?
Maguire, you had me at Hello.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yes,
Alexia.
you had me at kitchen. And, you know, she said, start a YouTube. And I'm like, but who has time for this?
I know, right?
You know? And then it was like at least 9 years ago. And then, you know, I started putting some of my food on Facebook and whatnot. And a lot of family and friends are like, oh, we want that recipe. And then I put out these chicken cutlets and they went viral.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was like, wow, I think I can do this. So it just started like that. And then I had the reality show, which was Bring Back Sunday Dinner, which was also on this station, WPRI, the CW, Fox. But when COVID hit, it was shut down because it was taking place at my house. But, you know, I love... by the way, thank you so much for having me here today.
Oh my God,
but you know, I love you both so much. I
love you.
love, you know, your new show. It's great, and in getting to know you on the road show, it's been really a dream come true to have the opportunity to come here to showcase my food and get to know both of you and the whole entire crew. It's been great.
You know, what we love about you is obviously your food is delicious, but there are recipes that, you know, people can make at home and kind of gather together and share that meal, but then also your energy. Your energy is infectious and it's impossible to like be, you know, low around you. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so we just really love having you into the show, but we were like, we want to sit down with her and like hear more about how do you come up with your recipes? Are they classic recipes? Are you inventing new recipes? Take us through like what you're doing when you're coming up with your content.
Yes. Well, you know, I spent so much time with my grandmother in her kitchen.
Yeah.
And this especially my Mama Mary. Both my grandparents, all my grandparents were great cooks, but my Mama Mary and Mama Laura. Mama Laura was more of a baker and Mama Mary was the cook. And anytime you went to Mama's, she had something on the stove. Anytime there was a holiday, we had 50 people in the house. It was just normal. And I spent so much time in the kitchen with my grandmother. I learned so much from her, honest to God. It was amazing. You know, she taught me just by watching, you know.
I was just going to ask you though, like, was she teaching you, or you just absorbed it?
It was just watching, and she would say, help Mama do this, help Mama do that. And I just picked it up, and I just had a passion for it. So a lot of my recipes are my family recipes. My cousin Roseanne also was a huge inspiration to my cooking. She had, my grandfather's brother had one of the first meat markets on Federal Hill.
Oh, really?
Joe's Quality. In fact, when you go up Atwell's Ave, you can see Joe Digiglio. That's Roseanne's father, my grandfather's brother.
No way.
He was an icon on Federal Hill, and she had turned her father's meat market into like a gourmet takeout, and then it became Epicurio, which was very famous on Federal Hill, but then they sold it to Sienna. I'm not sure what it is now, but I learned a lot from her. But, you know, when I create my recipes, anything new, I still go back to my roots. And if I make something of Mama's, sometimes I'll put a modern twist on it, let's say. But everything I do is pretty much simple. It's simple and fresh ingredients, and like Audrey, you and I discussed a couple of times on the roadshow, it's all about the quality ingredient.
Yeah.
Instead of, I'm using Parmigiano Reggiano. I'm using good quality olive oil. I'm using fresh ingredients, fresh garlic, fresh tomatoes. I look for, the best meats. This is how I cook. And it's pretty much simple recipes that, just made with love, really.
Yeah.
And you just did this incredible dinner at Foxwoods.
I did.
Tell us about that, because that was a dream come true for you.
It was. It was an incredible opportunity. I hosted a amazing Italian event at Foxwoods. It was basically a Bring Back Sunday dinner. They invited their high rollers, their chairmen, their diamond players, and I was able to do a demo for them. I cooked what one of the dishes. Their chefs executed the menu amazing. Chef April and team, and Jacqueline, who I worked with, who, we worked on this for a few months, and they were all absolutely incredible. So I curated the menu. I did a live demo. My main, responsibility of the night was entertaining the guests, talking to people. We had so much fun. We sang That's Amore. That
could have been hard for Alexia.
I know.
It was just incredible.
In your element.
Right.
I was so in my element, and it really was a dream come true, to know that, they asked me to do this.
Yeah.
And it was just a night that I'll never forget. Very memorable, very, very memorable. And I'm doing another really cool thing. I'm getting to interview Lydia Bastianich.
We love her.
Excited.
She's iconic.
She is an icon. She's being inducted to, she's getting the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Italian American Hall of Fame, Rhode Island Italian American Hall of Fame. And Joe Rocco was so kind to let me do this interview with someone that I've watched with my grandmother. I've always looked up to her. She has a new cookbook out, and tomorrow I'm on the roadshow actually cooking a dish from Lydia's new cookbook.
We're so excited.
I can't wait for that one. That's going to be great.
It's all about pasta. And, they gave me free reign to, pick what I wanted from this cookbook. So when I opened the cookbook, I looked at every recipe. One just screamed my name. It's very peasant, very rustic. You're going to see it tomorrow.
I love it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, and people can still go to the event. It's at Rhodes on the Patuxent, and they're honoring her. It's a night to honor Lydia.
So fun.
Do you know Steve Palumbo?
Yes, I do.
He's a great friend of mine. He's doing a Dean Martin tribute. You would think
fun.
you're
What a
with
fun
Dean
night.
Martin. Yeah,
what a fun
night.
It's gonna be amazing.
Who inspires you? Is it chefs? Are there chefs that you look towards that are out there, or maybe even local restaurants that you always go to that you're they just nail it every time?
That's a good one.
Where are you inspired? Where do you find your inspiration?
I have to say, my grandmother was my biggest inspiration. She really was. We were best friends, and we did everything together. My mother and father were amazing cooks as well. But there's something about Mama and Mama's kitchen and how I grew up. There's nobody that compares to that level of
love.
That's who it was.
Closeness and inspiration in the kitchen. There's so many amazing restaurants in Rhode Island.
So many.
The Rhode Island restaurant scene is incredible.
It is.
I have so many favorites, and I can't really say because
I know. You don't want to. It's you don't have enough time.
There's not enough time, but I love a lot. The restaurateurs. They're excellent. They treat me so nicely when I go in. I've been doing some collabs, with different establishments. It's so much fun. I just love it. I just love it all. Rhode Island is great. I mean, we have a great restaurant scene. We have the, Newport. We have the beach.
We have
the best. I would never move out of Rhode Island.
No,
I love it so much.
I've traveled a lot of places, and there's a lot of great food out there, but it always is not better than what we have here. Even these incredible restaurants that you hear about and you go to in real life.
Yeah.
And I'm it's good. I do like it.
Right.
But we have the food here.
You have it
it's
here.
just
It's really-
as good. So
there's
yeah,
nothing
we're lucky.
like it.
I love it.
We're lucky.
You know, speaking of Rhode Island food, I just hosted the Rhode Island Calamari Fest.
Oh,
my
love
God.
that.
For the
Isn't that amazing?
Narragansett Chamber.
Love it.
It was amazing. It was in Narragansett, and that, you know, there's nothing more Rhode Island than
No. I was
I was
calamari.
gonna say, you can't get more
You
Rhode
know?
Island than that.
Right?
State
Oh,
appetizer.
I love
So
that.
fun.
That was
Alexia,
really
thank
fun.
you so
I know,
much
you're
for
the
joining
best.
us.
Thank
It's
you
so
so
much
Wonderful.
fun having you.
Thank
I'm
you for
excited about
having
your
me.
recipe this week
Thank
too.
you. Yes, thank you.
We'll have to make sure to keep an eye out for that as well.
That's right. And stick around because
you.
we have more to come on Spotlight New England.
Back to Spotlight New England. We're having kind of a fun foodie show today.
It is a foodie show.
And we were just talking about the great dining scene that we have here in Rhode Island. And
Yes.
there's always new stuff opening too, which
Yeah,
is amazing.
very lucky.
So our friend Joe Zito recently went to one of those new spots, which is called Cask. They're actually they're from the same people that own Cork and Rye, which is
okay.
in Warwick.
Yes.
Cork and Rye is honestly one of my favorite spots.
You love that
I go
spot.
there all the time. It's kind of like my close to home.
It's your
like,
Cheers
favorite.
place,
yeah.
right?
So we love it there. So we went also to check out Cast 2 last week, but Joe Zito went and filmed it. So take a look.
Where passion meets plate. Welcome to Cask.
Origin of all spirits is in a cask. So this is basically where our passion began. We're just trying to connect the two. Now we have cork and cask. Cork and Rye does what it's been doing for 6 or 7 years now, and we have a gastropub menu next door, and basically the two units connect, and now you can choose if you would like to come to our dinner restaurant or our dining room, which is the extension of Cork and Rye. So it's the next step in our career path of culinary and hospitality.
Culinary Director Aaron Thorpe's menu offerings include items like Jonah crab wedge salad, paella, wild mushroom ragu, and grilled porterhouse au poivre. They do their own butchering here. There's a daily cut specials menu and great a la carte sides too. View his full menu on the website.
We wanted to create an intimate atmosphere that felt inviting and made people comfortable, but also felt a little bit elegant. So if you wanted to come for a nice night, a date night, a special night out, a birthday, anniversary, this is certainly a great space for that.
But if you want to come for drinks and apps after work, you can do that too. You'll be welcome. Great curated glass and bottle selections here, creative crafted cocktails and wonderful desserts too.
We are available during the day for private events. We're open at 4 o'clock for dinner only. You can check our website and our socials for our updated hours.
It's an extension of who we are and what we are. This dining room is an opportunity for us to spread our wings a little bit and advance ourselves and stay with current trends.
Like they say, same soul, new space. Cask is located at 255 Lambert Lind Highway, next to Cork and Rye Gastropub on the outskirts of the Warwick Mall. I'm TV maitre d' Joe Zito with this week's Quick Bite.
So, like I said,
You
I went
enjoyed it.
last week. Of
Yeah.
course I did. So we went over to Cork and Rye, as we normally do, and we had a drink over there, and we were like, oh, like what should we get? And then we forgot that
Yeah.
they had opened Cask next
Cask.
door, and we actually went ahead and went next door for our dinner portion.
So that you did what they suggested to
we
do.
actually went to both spots.
I love
which
that.
was so fun. I mean, you know, it's the same. When we love the staff there too. Like
Yeah.
everyone does
You've
like
talked
a really
about it a
great
lot.
job. So we enjoyed it, and the new spot was beautiful.
I'm a sucker for a booth, and I
It
love
looked-
that like beautiful
It
like
looked
leather
really-
like circular
and
booth.
I'm a sucker for a bar.
Yes,
so
it was a beautiful bar.
Yeah, we love sitting at the bar. Beautiful bar. They did a great job on the interior.
I'm
and
excited.
It was really fun, a little unique, a little elegant. So definitely
Yeah, check
worth
that out.
Checking out. Thanks for joining us today on Spotlight New England. We'll see you next time.